on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We got the VMP heat exchanger in, and we are headed to the shop, and I'm going to install it today. And then tomorrow morning, which is Sunday, I'm going to the dyno to get tuned. So good things happening this weekend. Stay tuned to the channel, and I'll see you at the shop. So we got the package in, and I'm going to open it up. So let's get this thing opened up. All right, guys, so sticker. Let's see here. VMP dual fan triple pass heat exchanger, 05 to 18 GT500 5.0 Mustang. So that's that. As you can tell, guys, my thumb, I smashed it about, I'm actually working on Mr. Hanky, and it's growing out. But in case y'all ever see me wondering where that came from, just part of the, when you work on cars, occasionally you get your finger smashed or bust a knuckle or something like that. It just comes part of it. That's their inspection. They inspected it. Some hardware for mounting. All the wiring and relays to wire it in. It's actually a plug and play for it. There they are. This is a triple VMP triple pass heat exchanger with dual fan, well constructed, very good welds. I am highly impressed with it. But as you can see, just everything on it looks fabulous. I am so looking forward to getting this on the car. So guys, we're letting her cool off for a little bit. Gonna get her racked up, get everything started. I've got to take the front bumper off, so we're gonna get started with that. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the front wheels off just so I can get access to all the stuff to take the bumper off a lot easier. Take the wheels off, take the front bumper off, and get this show on the road and get this installed. Alright guys, so there we go. As you've seen, it's a matter of a few minutes getting that bumper off. It's really, really simple. And what I did is I went ahead and left everything, the bottom engine cover right there, bolted onto the bumper, pull it all off as one piece. So it makes everything a lot easier. You don't have to, unbolt that, drop it down, then unbolt that. It just comes off as one big piece and saves you a little bit of time. But as you can see, we have got the Roushcharged heat exchanger is sitting right here, and it is going to come off, and we are going to bolt the new heat exchanger on. And so guys, I'm about to drain the fluid out so that we can get this thing rolling. But kind of want to show y'all that where that heat exchanger sits and how thin that is. That's really thin. I will compare the two once I get this out and drained. I'll put the two side by side and compare them, let y'all see the differences in size. So I was in the middle of doing this, and then Caleb shows up, and we're going to align this. So I'm taking a break from my car to align Caleb's Fox, and he does have it running, guys. And I will be bringing y'all footage of that very soon.
5.0.
All right, Cody. Now that we've got the Fox aligned and he's out of here, he's loading up on a trailer. So we are going to put the heat exchanger on this thing. All right, guys. So this is the VMP, as I showed you before. That is the Roush. Now I'm going to show you the difference in the thickness on these things. Look at that right there. Look at that difference. Now this is the Roush. I mean, there is no much larger. So this should help out a lot. So basically, guys, the 4 front bumper bolts come out and get replaced with longer ones, and that is where everything mounts up for the new heat exchange. All I can tell you is it is a tight fit. You come around here, this piece right here comes down. You have to cut all this off right here. So basically, it's a big section that comes down and it comes around here. You have to cut all that off for everything to fit for the heat exchanger. Alright guys, since I already had the Roush kit installed, I've got to take the wiring for the intercooler pump off of the car, because with the VMP setup with the fans and the intercooler pump and the fans and the wiring is all in one. So you take the Roush stuff, you take it off the car. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of doing, it's plug and play system, so it's really simple. Guys, what you have to hook this up to, and I have the Roush hooked up to right now, is down in here. I've got to put my injectors in tonight anyway and get everything ready to load the car up on the trailer and get it to the dyno in the morning and get it tuned anyway. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove all this, install it, that way I can install the injectors, kind of do everything at once. I still don't know why, with all these power tools I've got laying around, that I'm using a ratchet.
Hell, earlier he forgot he was using a lift.
That's right, guys. I was hooking up something. That's funny. Cody's always got my humor, and I love him for that. But earlier I was hooking something up down there, and I just got down on the ground like nothing was going on. Then I looked up at Cody and I was like, what am I doing? You don't have to have zip ties, but it helps.
But it helps.
That guy is hilarious.
Dude, he's a trip, man.
I love watching him too. Hey guys, again, I am down here on the ground when I gotta live.
I was just fixing to say that.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be that guy.
Got a little update. We have got the heat exchanger mounted. We've got the hoses hooked up. We have got all the wiring done. It's a plug and play setup. There's no actually wiring you're doing. You're just basically running and mounting. The ground goes here, and then your relays mount here also. And and of course your power wire runs right there on that one right there, or the whichever one. I put it right there because that's where I had the Roush one. And then it goes over to the radio capacitor and hooks up there. So anytime you have the key on, the pumps are running. So anytime you have the key on, the pumps are running and the fans are running, which are going to help things out tremendously as far as get those IATs down. So basically where we're at is we're going to put the coolant in, make sure we don't have any leaks, make sure everything's flowing good, all the air's out, put the bumper back on, and put the wheels on, change out the injectors, and get it ready to put on the trailer in the morning to go to the dyno to get tuned and get woke up and get rid of this Roush tune. Been running it way too long, guys. What I want to talk about is on the Roush, if you already have a Roush set up on the car, your intercooler pump is already mounted down here, okay? So and I talked to Joe Goodenough and confirmed this because I had read it on the internet where you could leave it in the stock location, and instead of putting it over here where VMP has it put over here in their kit. And he confirmed that that is just fine. The only difference is instead of coming in down here and out up here, the pump is pumping in here and it's going out there and back up. But the routing to the intercooler is the exact same as it is with the VMP kit. The only difference is how it flows to the heat exchanger. So I got with, I messaged Joe Goodenough on Facebook Messenger, and he got right back with me and told me that yeah, that was fine. So basically, if you have a Roush set up, you just basically are going to unhook your hose from right about here on the heat exchanger. You're going to bring it up here, trim about 1.5 inches off of it. You're going to cut a 1.5 inch hole right here, run the hose through and hook it up, and then the bottom hose, it just basically hooks right up to the heat exchanger. So you make sure you have it routed right, which you should if you have a Roush vehicle. The bottom hose that goes to the intercooler, the bottom intercooler nipple will come off, will go down, Cody, and will go right here, okay? Then the top hose goes to the reservoir, and then the reservoir goes down here into the, if you can see, into the pump, and then the pump outlet goes into here. If you do not have the Roush kit, then you're going to use the hose supplied, follow the instructions and that bracket, and you will mount the intercooler pump right here, move the horns down to here, and that you will be feeding in and then out up there. Alright guys, so we got the heat exchanger in. Just look at that. That is beautiful.
My God.
Yes, yes. Alright, and then we got the injectors in. So we are ready to be tuned tomorrow and turn this thing up. The video for the tune and the dyno will be Wednesday. So guys, stay tuned. We got good things coming. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.